while back, I started taking a particular interest in the character of Ashara Zavros from the Old Republic, and I couldn't help but notice some striking similarities between her character and the character of Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars. These uncanny similitudes are: 1. Both characters were apprenticed during a galactic war. For Ashara, that was the Cold War, and for Ahsoka, it was the Clone Wars. 2. Both were Padawans with an ego problem and a tendency to push back against authority.
You know what? You want to move a rock? Get a quarry droid.
Try it again.
Forget this.
Ashara, relent. That's an order.
But I was winning.
You are in the support group, Ashara.
I should be on the assault team.
Learning to support your fellow Jedi is an important skill.
But Master Ryan...
Commander, we've been caught in a trap.
You're overreacting, Admiral. I can get us through. Blue Squadron, stay the course.
Get your pilots out of there. No turning around.
You must evacuate. That is an order. You will get on the gunship when we arrive. She's not stopping.
What are you doing?
Get in the ship, now!
Can't you see they're retreating?
I am ordering you to put down your lightsaber and come with me, now!
No.
3. Both were highly gifted students, even outperforming Jedi Masters.
Don't think you can kill me easily because I'm a Padawan. Even Master Osera can't beat me with a lightsaber.
4. Both tended toward action, showing little patience or restraint.
If there really are Sith on Terrace, we should be fighting them, not sitting here daydreaming.
Patience, Ashara. You must learn restraint. Varric is clearly not your equal. There was no reason to press the attack.
We're training for war. The Sith won't surrender. We have to drive them back with everything we've got.
I'm tired of all this whining. Tell us what we want to know right now, or I will gut you like a Rokarian dirtfish, you little...
Ahsoka!
She should be dealt with.
Calm down, Ahsoka.
5. Both experience romantic attraction to someone initially on the opposite side of the war. In Ashara's case, her romantic interest was directed toward a Sith Inquisitor, with whom she could, depending on the player's actions, form a steady relationship with.
Jedi are supposed to be wary of attachments, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't attracted to you.
In Ahsoka's case, her clumsily constructed romantic subplot revolved around Lux Bonteri, a separatist turned rebel. 6. Both characters were almost killed during a pivotal moment in the ongoing war. For Ashara, that was the Eternal Empire's conquest, and for Ahsoka, it was Order 66. 7. Through being rejected by the Jedi, they came to be more critical of the Jedi. Though while Ahsoka whined about being rightfully expelled from the Order after piling evidence against herself, Ashara, despite doing her best to uphold the Jedi values and even bring change to the Sith from within their ranks, was outright told by Master Simon that she was no longer a Jedi, after which she fairly criticized the Jedi's apparent apathy and inaction.
A war rages and Master Simon meditates in his clearing. Personal peace is one thing, but apathy, inaction, these things are unacceptable.
8. Both characters chose to walk away from the Jedi Order before completing their training and forge their own paths as independent Force users, wandering the galaxy and helping people along the way. In both cases, the decision to leave the Jedi was grossly misguided, regardless of what the Clone Wars narrative would have us believe. And while Ashara spent a period of time with the Sith before eventually forging her own path, Ahsoka, an already massively hypocritical character, just went on spewing hypocrisy, only this time with a heavier dose of self-righteousness. 9. Both characters eventually joined an alliance. For Ashara, that was the Eternal Alliance, and for Ahsoka, it was the Rebel Alliance. 10. They're both Togruta, and even have physical similarities beyond race, such as skin tone and eye color. 11. They were both practitioners of Jar-Kai, otherwise known as dual-wielding. 12. Their names even sound similar. And this doesn't just apply with Ahsoka's finalized name, but also her developmental names, such as Ashika and Ashla. 13. They both wear freaking tube tops and mini skirts. Okay, admittedly that last one only applies if you implement a customization for Ashara. But still, I think I've made my point. So what are the differences between these two characters? Well, as I've already mentioned throughout this list, while Ahsoka is very often mishandled by the writers Ashara is a much better written character by comparison. Due to video game mechanics, some of her plot points aren't allowed to play out as naturally as they could have, such as her alliance with the Sith, which I found to be very jarring and sudden.
You killed them! You killed the Masters! Master Ryan, Master Osera, what have I done? What have I done?
2 seconds later.
You're right. There is no emotion. There's peace.
But where Ahsoka's Sith qualities merely serve to infuse contradiction into her character, Ashara's darker tendencies actually played a pivotal role in her story. It was because of her pride that she eventually became a target for the Sith and ended up joining them.
If you could manipulate this Padawan, her name's Ashara Zavros, into assisting you, you could gain both the ghost and a new apprentice.
She feels as though the Jedi don't trust her strength. I must show her that I do.
I guess I can't return to the Jedi after this, can I? Fine, I'll come.
And while Ahsoka desires action for the sake of action,
Not coming, but you're breaking into the Citadel. No one's ever done it.
Ashara actually cared about peace and went to great lengths to attain it.
The Jedi will never beat the Empire if they won't take the offensive. And they'll never win peace either if the Empire can't respect them. Peace is a noble goal, but it's not a means to an end. The return of the Sith in this war has changed things. Sometimes compromise is necessary. The Jedi need to be willing to do whatever it takes, even ally with the Sith, to bring peace to the galaxy. I promise I won't let my misgivings interfere with our work. If there's to be peace between the Jedi and the Sith, both sides must come together.
Ashara's struggle was one of self-identity, while Mary Sue Ahsoka never once struggled in any meaningful way.
Master Ryan and Osera were more like parents to me than my own parents.
Yet you disobeyed them to follow me.
Every Jedi must find her own path. Mine was with you. The Jedi teachings about the Sith blinded me. I feel more at one with the Force than I've ever felt. I have peace like the Jedi speak of, and freedom like the Sith. Sith and Jedi is an arbitrary divide. I don't know what I am, and I don't care. I've been thinking about this lately. I was trained to be a Jedi practically from birth. I wonder if it was the right thing. I never really got the chance to choose. I guess I'm still trying to figure out what I want. Do you ever think maybe we're on the wrong side? Doing the wrong thing?
We should have listened to your advice.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault, Ahsoka.
Your energy, your strength, it's what we've been lacking.
You have shown such great strength and resilience.
This is the true sign of a Jedi Knight.
You might not think of yourself as a Jedi, but you act like one, or at least how I want them to be.
If Ahsoka hadn't left the Order, then she wouldn't have been where she needed to be.
And if you think I'm mistaken and that Ahsoka is somehow a masterfully written character, well, I have an entire playlist demonstrating that the opposite is true, and you can find it linked in the description. Anyway, given the sheer number of parallels between the two characters, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the creators of the Old Republic had looked at the abhorrent mess that was Ahsoka and thought to themselves, what if she was done right? And if that is the case, I want to offer them a massive thank you. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Why do you think the characters ended up so similar? And before I wrap this up, if you're not very familiar with Legends or had no idea who the character of Ashara was before watching this video, I'd encourage you to broaden your horizons by looking into the Old Republic as well as other stories from the old expanded universe. And if you're a fan of Ashara, share this video to help spread awareness of the character. Thanks to our awesome patron for their support, and if you're not a patron and are looking to become one, you can find the link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Don't forget to stay loud and proud, folks. I'm your ally, and I will see you next time.